fighting for me.
Good morning. You're listening to Awesome Radio Network. What a great way to start your day. I have with me some great men of God. We're going to talk about some things. I am Pastor Tremaine Forbes from Kingdom of Heaven Ministries. I have with me
Pastor Dan Lawson, United Gospel Outreach Church.
Elder Nat Farrell, Kingdom of Heaven Ministries in Greenville, North Carolina.
Well, we might as well get to it. Let's talk about the World Cup.
The World Cup.
Yeah, we're going to have the World Cup. It's going to be in America this year, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. A lot of people trying to avoid Trump, so
Yeah.
some of them they still got a lot going on with that.
Yeah.
But Canada, Mexico, and America and the USA is supposedly the host.
Okay. Well, what's going on with the WNBA?
The WNBA.
Yeah.
The WNBA is fantastic.
Okay.
They are they got a real bump this year in terms of salaries. They finally have women making more than $1 million.
Okay, that's all right.
Making more than $1 million a year.
There's
only about 5 or 6 of them, the superstars,
right.
the elite.
Right.
But last year the maximum salary is like 200 and some thousand. So
Okay.
that's a big jump.
Yeah. You see the NFL draft?
Oh no, I didn't even watch that
You didn't.
because I don't even know any of the people that's going for the draft. I mean, I don't
Okay.
watch college football that much anymore.
Okay.
This is sad.
Hey,
This is sad.
what's sad? What is sad, Elder?
My pastor.
Where we gonna go next? Volleyball. We going volleyball next.
He never talked about the
Elder, I'm
WNBA.
going to bring it up right now.
I ain't never heard of
Wait.
about WNBA.
Wait. We're about to bring it up now.
Oh, boy.
The Spurs and OKC. You see that game?
Spurs and OKC.
Yeah. I knew that the Spurs were going to sweep OKC, but they made an adjustment. Adjustments.
You thought the Spurs were gonna sweep OKC?
I did.
Most people thought that OKC was gonna sweep the Spurs.
I did it first, but Wemby is something phenomenal.
Yeah, he's special.
Okay, I think
Until
covered-
they
He
until
ran out of
until they
gas
put him on
tonight.
the floor. You know.
Yeah. Oh man, them boys made some adjustments for him.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that's it.
Well, I guess that's it.
Nah. How about them Knicks? Elder?
How about
them
Knicks? Let's talk
Woo.
about them Knicks.
Start spreading the news.
That's his good singing voice. He brought his good
Dean
singing
Cosby
voice.
or somebody. I don't know.
All right. Oh, you go throw a little bit more to it.
Nah, we all good.
Okay,
You ain't
Elder.
gonna say
Okay,
New York,
Elder.
New York.
When was the
Look,
last
look.
time the Knicks made it to
The
the?
Knicks won the Eastern Conference Finals with a sweep
Yeah.
over Philly and Cleveland.
Jesus.
For the first time, they're in the finals since when?
I believe it's 99.
99.
No, 1991.
No, it ain't 91. Might have been 94, I believe.
Oh, 94.
It's about
It
27
ain't definitely ain't no
years.
99.
Yeah, 27. But anyway, it's good, and we excited. You know what I'm saying? But I like the guys' attitudes.
I
You know
do
what
too.
I'm saying?
What
they're
is
not,
their attitude?
They're not celebrating. They said we still got work to do.
Uh-huh.
It sound like they
They're
got understanding.
even keel.
Sound
And
like
I
they
like
got good
that.
understanding. We could just get the Dallas Cowboys fans to be the same.
So
Let me stop. No, actually, I'm going for the Knicks too.
You going for the Knicks?
I'm gonna go for them. You know why? Because of Elder. No other reason.
well,
No other reason.
I mean, the way they're playing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like either one of them, but I think OKC, if just being objective,
Yeah.
I think OKC is probably going to win.
Well,
We'll see.
That's just
you
my.
got to play the game.
It's just my objective.
Now I'm gonna say this.
And the team the OKC that beat them in the regular season, they ain't the same Knicks team. The Knicks are playing better ball right now. They're at the top
are.
of their game. So,
They are.
I think it's going to be good. I think it's
Well,
going to be good.
now
And you never go in a game thinking you're going to lose. So
Yeah, that's fine.
we going in.
I
I'm
don't have
riding. I'm riding with
I
them.
don't have no problem with your attitude.
I'm shocked. I just knew he was gonna come in with his Knicks baseball cap today.
Oh no, it ain't game day.
Okay, I get you. All right.
And it's 3-2, OKC. But I'm hoping San Antonio win the next game. So
Stretch
we can
the
have a
series out.
7-game. Yeah,
Stretch
let
it
them
out.
beat up on each other.
Stretch
Want them to
it
come
out.
in tired and
Yeah, whoa out. Whoa down.
That's my elder. At least he got my mindset.
well, you know, the NBA commissioner and powers that be, they would love for the Knicks to win the championship
Everybody.
because of the market.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I think that they're going to have to move some mountains.
I don't know.
OKC has a very small market, but them boys is playing
Yeah,
ball.
but the games that we did lose, they weren't like, you know.
I understand.
Well,
It's-
now, so
oh
we
no,
can
it's
play
no,
with
it's
them.
no
Y'all-
knock.
y'all
I
having
think
a-
we can play with anybody right now.
Yeah, that's
But-
true.
There's no knock on you all. I'm just thinking that that OKC team is well put together. Have been for the last
Well,
3 or 4 years.
we watching them play others, so you know, it's a different game.
I want to say
Every game is every team. The matchups are different.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Well, I want to say this to you, Elder. I think that the same. I think that your Knicks are a lot like, and I know Pastor Lawson might disagree with me, but I think your Knicks team is a whole lot like. Matter of fact, I got 2 places. First one I'm gonna say just like Steph Curry and the boys, in the sense of I had to go there because I would say their motto was strength in numbers one year. For a couple of years, strength in numbers. And I got to say, y'all got a deep, deep bench. Y'all got a deep, if nothing else, they got a big, just a bench. They got 130 points versus, what was the score, 130 over what?
90 something.
Yeah. That many, and nobody had over 20 points. Nobody on the whole team. That means they have been rotating, moving, and so you got a whole lot coming at you.
As they would say, everybody were eating.
There you go. Yeah, everybody was
But
eating.
they have the style, and Mike Brown was there. One of the things about Mike Brown, I was listening that I didn't, and I was like looking back. I think the Cleveland series was good for him because they fired him twice. So
Yeah.
that was kind of a little bit of get back.
That
but,
was some therapy.
Well, Mike Brown's always been a good coach.
yeah, he's a
He's always
good
been a
coach,
good
and he was with Golden State too
Yeah.
when they won. And I think it's a little bit model the way they're playing now. Got that model of with Cat at the key, facilitating. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, are you thinking about the Lakers?
I don't know. What about the Lakers?
Well, you had Kareem at one point. He was facilitating.
No, but Kareem was playing an actual basic center. If you want to compare the Lakers, it might be like when Magic was doing that. To me, I don't
No,
know.
I was just thinking about Cat. Isn't Cat a center? Am I wrong?
Yeah, he's the center.
Okay.
Yeah, he is, but
That's how
he's
we-
not playing. He's playing center, but he's also
Yeah, but
At
but,
the top of
but
the
to
key.
his point, there was a time that Kareem did that.
Yeah, before Magic.
at the top of the key.
No, not before Magic. He did that. He did that in some of his latter years.
Okay.
Start leading in assists.
yeah, but
Because what happens is with that sky hook,
Yeah.
not only can he get a shot to the basket anytime he wants to, he
keep
can
you off
see the floor and pass anywhere he wants, and can't nobody disrupt it.
right.
So there was a time that he wasn't all the way. He would be like at the free throw line or above, and he's got guys that's cutting, and he was a good passer.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the new thing. So
Yeah.
we looking forward to seeing that the city is excited. Spike is excited.
Oh, I know somebody excited you ain't
And,
gonna
and,
say.
you know, I like people that we kind of come from. It's good to see Clyde. You know, he's still around from that old team.
Bring back
Well,
some memories.
I see somebody he ain't mentioning, Pastor Lawson.
Who's that?
Stephen A's excited. I don't lock him up.
Oh,
His
man,
jaw's
he almost-
locked up.
he
His
almost
jaw's
threw
locked
up.
up
Oh,
on
they
Pastor
ain't
Lawson.
really
Did you see
locked
him
up.
almost throw up, regurgitate?
Yeah. Stephen A's excited.
I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead, say
because
it.
I say it to.
No, don't say it, Elder. Don't say
Yeah,
it.
Oh, geez.
yeah, phony
Don't say
Nick
it.
fan. But
Oh,
you know,
I thought you.
he get paid to talk. So
Yeah, he do.
you know, I ain't
Mouth of the South.
I ain't mad at him.
No, he get paid well to do.
That's what he get paid to do.
Yes, sir. But okay, this is the one that I said would make Pastor Lawson. So he didn't say nothing off when I was talking earlier and said about Steph Curry and about boys with Golden State.
Yeah, I didn't think. I just bowed my head.
Well, how about they play like Duke? Cause that's how Coach K would run his boys.
Yeah, they do play a little bit like Duke, but I would be more of, they do play a little bit like Duke.
Yeah.
But that's Mike Brown's philosophy.
Oh.
You know, he's
I think
he's
a lot-
team oriented. He don't like. He would not have been good coaching the Bulls, Michael
Right,
Jordan's team.
right.
He would not have been good coaching them because his philosophy is complete opposite of that.
That's offensively, but a lot of people miss. The Knicks were one of the top teams in defense too.
Yeah.
When you look
you
at
don't
the
get that far
statistics.
without being.
Yeah.
You got to have some defense.
So, you know, it's we got a good team this year. So, anyway,
More
thank
power
you.
to you.
Thank you, brothers.
Yeah.
Anyway,
See, we clear. See, I cleared the path for all the conversation to have,
Yeah,
so we can talk
okay.
about these Knicks.
Yeah, and we're just gonna wait on some ammunition when the finals start. And game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4.
But I think it would be so. I think it'd be good for basketball for the Knicks to win.
Well, like I said, that's
The market.
Yeah, I think the management of the
Yeah.
NBA agree with you. They would love for
Yeah.
the Knicks to get fired
as
up
much as
again.
I'm a fan, I couldn't get into the Garden right now. Them
Yeah.
seats are going for
Yeah.
ridiculous. I think the average is like 4,000 or something.
Well, and so that's
Jeez.
why they'd love to fill
You know
them
what?
up.
You know what would be great if they would put it on Times Square. Like you could go to Times Square. And
It may
watch.
be. They might
Just
do
watch
that.
it. Good God, I
They
would
might
go.
do that.
Now if they do it, Elder, we might have to get us a train ride.
It's been
We
so
can all
long
go down
since
there
they
together.
won. They would do
They
that.
had a guy I think in Red Hook or somewhere. They had his SUV, his hood up in the back, and had a big screen, and people was watching the game.
Oh yeah.
When I was growing up, and this is serious. When I was growing up, and I was a messenger downtown, and I remember going back then. They used to have them little stores with them little TVs,
Yeah.
and you could go by the window, and they have them playing. And I remember stopping and watching the Bullets and the Knicks
Yeah.
playing, and they had the games playing, man. So
Yeah, you could do that. Sears and Roebuck. Sears was famous for that,
Mm.
having people standing in there just watching those TVs,
Yeah.
watching the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kmart was famous for that too.
Yeah, so you know, it's an exciting time in the city. But you know, something I was thinking of, and I shared this with you, and I know you guys started your outreach.
The
Tent
tent.
outreach?
The outreach.
Yeah, the tent
The
meetings
gospel
and stuff.
tent. Yeah.
And I was thinking a term that came to my mind. I shared it with you earlier, and I've been seeing it, and I thought about it. And the what did I say now? The
Well, I remember it applied to both politics and to the church.
of now.
The urgency of
The
now.
urgency
The
of now.
urgency of
That
now.
was the term that and I've been thinking about that, you know, and it can apply both ways, you know. But I heard it in the politics say people talking about this is the urgency of now. And I'm like, yeah, so is it for folks for the kingdom.
Yeah, it almost seems like a turning point or a valley of decision. If you don't get this right, the whole destiny of this country could be in jeopardy if we don't get this right now.
Yeah.
The whole
And there's
destiny.
urgency.
And-
But
yeah.
it's also urgency for folks to come into the kingdom.
Yeah.
Because I believe Jesus is close.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a little bit different when you think about the kingdom because in the kingdom you have God overseeing, and He has a will and a purpose that man can't prevent. Whereas with the country, there is nobody, unless it fits in with God's plan, there's nobody that can say, don't worry, we got this. You don't have that with the USA.
No, we don't.
No, but I think the whole idea, I don't think it's on that level. I think the idea is for people to do. You know what I'm saying? People need to see the urgency because of what's happening and the way things are going, and we need to act accordingly. And I think that's where the voting and all this stuff comes in, because that's what we're looking at that's actually being attacked. And so, I think that's where it is. And if, I saw something, and this thing it was interesting to me. The conversation was, why black men, you got to tell them something to get them to do. And I was like, can't we just look at what's going on? You ain't got to tell me. I don't need nothing to be. It's almost like when you say in church and people got to come in and pump people up.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody needs to pump me up to vote. I see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Seems like you would see, even if you don't like everybody, you got to see the importance of it, because if it wasn't important, they wouldn't be attacking it. They wouldn't be trying to control it.
So you're saying that common sense ought to prevail, but that's never been the case.
Well,
with everybody, like
well,
what do you
no,
what do
not
you
with
say?
everybody.
What
I
do you
get
say
that.
to people? What do you say to people? What do you say to people who will tell you that they point blank don't believe that their vote matters?
And I know that's true.
oh man,
People say that.
where
listen,
can I start? No, I got a whole bunch to say on that. Everything that you deal with, your vote matters. People have won elections and lost elections by one vote, and you can see the difference in the services that you get.
Well, we get.
Let's say on the local level, you can see the differences with the services you get, but you can also see that on the national level too. But go ahead. What was you gonna say?
Well, I think a lot of times the sad part is I'm seeing a whole lot of, especially in our community, people are saying crazy things. Like you look at Killer Mike, I just might as well bring him up. He got up and he was telling people for a while, and a lot of people jumped on. We just name a whole bunch of people, celebrities that jumped on it. That said, you ain't just getting my vote no more. You're gonna have to earn my vote. And now they're like, hey, we're gonna have to do something because this is crazy. And everybody like, be quiet.
Yeah, because it's partially your
Yeah,
fault.
yeah. you won't just handing out a vote. And well, the sad part is, I hate the fact that it's like Pavlov dogs, and I'm talking about operant conditioning. People go grab Christians and start, especially our persuasion, and start talking about they hit the key, which they ain't even doing it now. One time it used to be just they ring the bell on abortion, ring the bell on homosexual marriage, ring the bell. And I'm saying, I ain't not trying to discount that, but they just ring those bells and make this man automatically, he's the ultimate Christian leader. And I was just watching when all these people saying they following him, and they had different races. Even though I'm seeing poll numbers saying he's the most popular candidate, he act like he does not care at all. And yet, but that's why he's kind of, as we used to say, Jimmy rigging. That's my own word. Just y'all would probably say gerrymandering, but setting the whole system up so that he don't have to change nothing he's doing. And we have to be very concerned about that.
Maybe on the other side of the break, we can talk about Stephen A. Smith saying all black people should vote Republican because the Democrats take the black folks for granted, and that'll teach them a lesson. Maybe Elder can address that one.
He a Knick fan, ain't he?
Yeah. They all think alike, right?
Yeah. I better stop.
That's why I say we should let
And
Elder
on
do
that note, you listen to Real Talk for Real Men, Awesome Radio Network. And we will be back after this sponsorship break. We love you, and we're going to hear from you. Call us.
Awesome Radio Network will be spreading the love of Jesus to the male residents at McGregor Downs Help Center, Greenville, with a gift bag for Father's Day on Friday, June 19th. If you would like to help donate, $10 will sponsor a bag. We can be reached at 252-756-3137. Visit our website to see the gift bags for our Mother's Day giveaway, awesomeradionetwork.org. Pictures are also on our Facebook page at Awesome Radio WECU. Look for our logo. We can be reached at 252-756-3137. That's 252-756-3137.
Hello, this is Erin Thompson. Thank you for listening to the Awesome Radio Network.
Awesome Radio. Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome. Can you feel it? Awesome. Awesome. Surely in the family, God is with me. Surely in the family, God is with me. Surely in the family, God is with me.
All right, we're back on the Awesome Radio Network. So we are just in a place where we just got a whole lot of things where what's right is becoming wrong, and wrong is becoming right. And that, I guess, it just never stopped happening. It's just in one way or the other. And it's tough for some Christians to vote because of certain things. None of them are minor, but then it's tough on some issues pertaining to us where we just feel like we're disenfranchised, but you need to sit down and you need to vote. People need to vote, and they need to consider what they're voting for and what's happening when they don't, and what's happening when they pick a candidate that don't care about you, don't care about your interests. But I'm going to let Elder get this part.
You know, it's so fascinating that we're in a situation where we have people that are using marketing. Okay, this administration, this whole thing, it's a marketing exercise. It's almost like it's a show. Mm-hmm. And they do things, and, you know, they bring up these issues, like you brought up the issue, but they create around these issues, the people that are using these issues, most of them in power, don't care about the issues. They get you to care about the issues because they know this it moves you, or not you, but especially certain people in the evangelical, the white evangelical. I'm saying white because that's really where it is, because black folks are not in the same place, okay, as they think about the issues. But what I'm saying, and there are some, don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying, the point is they're using it as a tool to get you to vote for them, and most of them don't care about those issues. Not really. Okay, and so, but I think the biggest problem that I see is that we lose historical perspective when we talk voting. We gotta put this in a it's not in a vacuum. It didn't just start. The United States didn't start in 2020 or 2016. You know what I'm saying? There's perspective. And if you notice what is going on right now, which we should be concerned about because it affects us as black people, they're going after 1965, 64, 65, the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act. They're going after to tear all that down because that was when we actually started being participants in government, participants in the country. So they're actually going after this, and if we're not paying attention, you can get into all them little issues. Okay, that's fine. But in the meantime, what else is happening? And I think we need to kind of get a grip on this thing and understand how it actually affects you as a human being. And it's not just us. It affects this what they call it, the wealth gap is enormous right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's black and white, but it's also rich and poor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Poor folks is getting just, knocked on the head. And then you got poor folks that's seem like they are loving the rich folk. and I think James kind of deals with that somewhere. What about these rich folk? So we got to understand, they don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's being done is making them, it's setting it up for those guys. We just about have a trillionaire right now.
Yeah, I think that is definitely the case, that not only in this country but around the world, it's always been about riches and wealth. That's just the way we are a capitalistic society. If you know what that means, then you understand that it's always going to be about the rich getting richer. Right now in this country, the stock market hit over 50,000.
Wow.
But there are a lot of people are poor, have less health care, gas prices are going crazy. The rich, what the stock market is telling us is that the rich is indeed getting richer. The stock market is over 50,000. But the economy of the people is not doing that well. It's getting worse and worse. Farmers getting worse and worse. Teachers getting worse and worse. Your average middle class and lower class folks are hurting while the rich continues to get richer. I heard someone say one time that a rich man, if he could gain a penny by taking $1 from you, he'll do it every single time. He'll take that $1 from you every time, even though it only gives him a penny. And he's going to try to maximize it so he can take a lot of dollars from you to give him a whole lot of pennies so that he continues to get richer. But in order for him to get richer, you get poor. And so that's what's happening. I think the challenge is this. How do you convince people that their vote, and I know you keep trying to say, yeah. And I know you're right on your position, but how do you rally people to say your vote, your little vote is going to make a difference in the food on your table, what you're paying for light bill, gas? That's not an easy thing to do.
We've got to, it's education. And I don't mean schooling. I said education. It's education. We got to, see, one of the things, this marketing thing, and see, I looked at this as, and I don't know what the party, they got into this, they want to put out that thing analyzing the past election, and they could have kept that. That was just total nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need to do that. What people are doing, and I'm noticing this, but the media keeps missing it. They keep wanting to have controversy because I guess controversy sells papers and media and all that. But Democrats have been winning the elections because of the economy. And people they're seeing it. One thing about gas prices, you can spin it all day long, but when you ride down the street, you see it.
Yeah.
You ride down the street, and when you pull into the station, you see it. So it's not something that they can hide. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So people are starting to feel that. And the point is, but it's marketing. I think a lot of people miss this. And what you were saying of how we can tell people, we got to start doing them little, what they doing? when he talk a lot, he'll be saying that, but he get these little phrases, little short, boom.
Cliche
Boom.
phrases.
And they, you know what I'm saying? Some of the other folk, they want to give you a whole lecture about why it's this and that and that. People don't hear that. People hear the little phrase.
Yeah, that was a whole James Brown strategy.
Yeah,
He'll come up with one phrase and the whole world would catch on to it.
that's
light up
right.
to it,
That's
yeah.
right. Get up.
Yeah.
Get on up.
Say it loud.
Yeah,
I'm black and I'm proud.
but that's market. That's
Get on the
that's
good
the
foot.
key, because that I do that even when I watch videos. I don't like a whole long video. Give me a little short. I like the shorts because it's short. You know. Now sometimes I watch something long, but you know what I'm saying. When it's and people pick it up when it's true, even when it's not true. If it's catchy,
Yeah.
you know.
And relates.
Yeah, and that's the power behind it. Like you said, you want videos that are really spur things. They figured out that you just do 1 minute plugs and little sound bites. But on that note, we're talking about real talk for real men. Hope you're enjoying the conversation that we're having. You can also add into the conversation. But you're listening to us on Awesome Radio Network. We will be right back in a few seconds after the sponsorship break. And we're going to talk about the urgency of now.
The 11th Annual Youth Incarceration Prevention Ministry event beginning 12 noon Saturday, June 6th at St. John Missionary Baptist Church Soul Saving Center in Stokes at 2921 Briary Swamp Road. Youth of all ages are invited to attend this totally free event. Come get motivated to not make jail time your destiny. Keynote speaker Sheriff Paula S. Dance, along with other guest speakers to include Judge Wendy S. Hazelton, Lieutenant Gary Howard, Jalen Staten, Minister Derek Clark, Mrs. Julie Bunn. There will be gift card giveaways, food trucks, global gaming truck, bouncy houses, and more. Contact Eddie 252-341-7546. Evelyn 252-253-9520. Brenda 252-717-0097. The 11th Annual Youth Incarceration Prevention Ministry event, Saturday, June 6th, beginning 12 noon at St. John Missionary Baptist Church Soul Saving Center in Stokes. Pastor Gregory V. Black. Scholarships and recipients will be recognized at this event.
Hello, this is Guy Jackson. Thank you for listening to the Awesome Radio Network.
Awesome Radio. Yes, awesome. Awesome. Can you feel it? Awesome. Awesome. Surely in the family, God is with me. Surely in the family, God is with me. Surely in the family, God is with me.
All right, we're back. You listen to Awesome Radio Network, Real Talk for Real Men. I want to do a pivot, and let's read a couple of scripture. And we're going to talk about, I know that Pastor Lawson is having a time of tent meeting.
Yes.
And so I wanted to read a couple of scriptures. One of them is 2 Corinthians 6:2. For he says, in the time of my favor I heard you, and in the day of salvation I helped you. I tell you, now is the time of God's favor. Now is the day of salvation. Romans 13:11. And do this, understanding the present time. The hour has already come for you to wake up from your slumber, because your salvation is nearer than when we first believed. And Hebrews 3:15. As has just been said, today if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts, as you did in the rebellion. That there is a urgency, and we've been talking about it a little bit, for us to really get on talking about salvation. That, you know, we have to talk, promote, propagate. We got to do all that we can to get the gospel out as the best we can. Love each other and do things that make for being able to build the kingdom. How has your, let's start off with, how's your tent revival been going? How's it been going?
Well, last night was the first night, and it was packed. I left early.
Okay.
I helped get everything coordinated, set up, and maybe halfway through the service, I left to go do my Bible study.
Okay.
And I was planning on going back, but I came to the church to do the Bible study. Instead of going back, I came on home.
Yeah.
But it's going well. We got 2 more nights to go. The goal is to get some of the people in that neighborhood, which is in East Kinston, poor, pretty much a poor neighborhood, neglected by the administration, government. And we're trying to get some of them into the churches that are in that neighborhood using the tent. We're using preachers. We're striving to use preachers and pastors that have churches that are located in that neighborhood, so that they have a high potential of, saying, okay, my church is right down there. You live over there. My church is right over there.
Right.
That kind of thing. You're more likely to get a relationship going between that particular fellowship and the people in the neighborhood. So it's going good. I think we're doing 2 a year now. It would be great if there was one going on every month, Yeah. But we're doing what we can do.
That sounds real good. Is it in the same location as it was the year
Last year? Yes. It's behind the church of one of the pastors that are part of the team. So it's right behind his church on his properties.
What street is it on?
Caswell. Caswell, I think it's on the corner. I think it's the corner of Caswell and McDaniel Street.
Okay.
But definitely it's on Caswell.
In Kinston, North Carolina.
Yeah, in Kinston.
What has been your what have you seen really work well when it came to street evangelism?
Well, the biggest problem with street evangelism is the people, the church folks. If in order to facilitate a revival, because I don't think people can cause a revival, I think that has to come from God. But in order to facilitate it, what people can do, somehow we got to get past all the fake stuff, that's among us. A lot of fake and pretend and, when people go out on the street in neighborhoods, a lot of times they go with this, with this front.
Yeah.
Like, I am spiritual, I am godly, I am this, and I am that. And the people in the street are so good at seeing through stuff, stuff like that. I was when I was in the street, and they are. And, if you could get a lot of the pretense and the fake stuff away from, and it's hard to do because people have it in their churches, in their church services. Yeah. So when they go out in the street, it's hard for them to take it off. Yeah. They still got it on them, You got to be real with people. You got to be, right. It's hard not to sin sometimes. Yeah. You got to be real. It's got to be real. There's a lot of temptation. Ain't nothing in the world. No, yes, it is.
A whole lot in the world.
A whole lot in the world.
Yes, sir.
And
look better.
You just can't tell people you need to stop doing this and you need to stop doing that. You got to know how to present the love of Christ and the power of God. Yes. His love and his power. His love enough to want you. Your brokenness is attractive to him. Your brokenness is attractive to God. He says, I am the high and lofty one. I dwell in the high and holy place, but among them also who are of a broken and a contrite heart. So if communicating that message to them, that he's attracted to your brokenness, and he has the power to turn your life upside down, all the way around. It's his power. It's not dependent on you being powerful enough to pull yourself up out of what you're in, but it's his power that's going to change you. And I'm just here to introduce you to him.
That's all. And that's one thing that came to me when God first stirred up Kingdom of Heaven Ministries, to go and say, I just want to come get one of God's children. God has sent me to say, hey, go get my baby. Let's go get my baby. And not trying to grandstand or anything else, but you got value.
Yeah.
Just like how you are, but God loves you too much to leave you the way you are. And I think we have to look at it because John 9:4 says, as long as it is day, we must do the works of him who sent me. Night is coming when no one can work. What you got, Elvis?
This is true.
That's why the Holy Spirit is so important.
Mm,
When we move in the Spirit,
yes, sir.
then people can see that.
Mm,
But if you moving in your flesh, people see that too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you go out there and you're in the Spirit and you're following the lead, you're letting the Spirit lead you, you're going to say things and do things that maybe you hadn't even planned. But you're in the moment, the Spirit is leading. That's why Jesus said, don't take a script. See, that's the problem sometimes. We got a script.
Yeah.
And when you just talking to people, sometimes a question will come up. Ain't nowhere in your
Oh,
script.
Jesus. Oh, God. I've had that.
You know, and so you got to kind of deal with that in the moment.
Yes.
And people see.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And the power can be shown, and then God is moving in people's heart. Because no man comes to the Father except he draws.
That's right.
That's
So
right.
God will draw them.
That's right.
So when we take it off of us, as see, you're there, and God is using you because he told you be there, right? And He'll use you instead of, you thinking that, it's on me. No, it's not on you. You just bring the message. You know what I'm saying? You're the messenger. Bring the message, and the ones that God is drawing will receive it. And you'll go on, and then you can't be upset because everybody didn't receive it. Well, Jesus didn't heal everybody. You know what I'm saying? There was a place where he went. The faith was just wasn't there. It's like you go into the neighborhood. Oh, I know him. He grew up around here.
That's right.
That's what they said. That's what they said about you. Yeah, we know him. We know his mother.
Yeah,
So-
it's also important that people be available to go, because that's where you start, having people available to go. Like I said, I wish that there were tent ministries in that neighborhood every month. Not necessarily us, could be some other group,
Just
some other
anybody.
team.
Right.
But we have so much fun in our churches doing our thing
Right.
that it seems like that, the incentive is not in a lot of people to do that kind of thing, to go out into the hedges and the highways and compel them to come. There are ministries and pastors that are satisfied with trading members.
Yeah.
They build a big enough church, a nice enough church, an attractive enough church to pull people out of everybody else's church,
Right.
instead of wanting to build a church of people coming out of the streets.
And I was gonna say I have experience where people would get ready to leave their church, and I'd say I have to stop doing it. People want to leave their church, and what I would do is, let me say what I won't stop doing. What I won't stop doing is, hey, let's clear up some of this confusion you got coming out of your church, because sometimes what you're leaving about, maybe you need to forgive your pastor. Maybe your pastor need to forgive you. Maybe there's some things that you can maybe you can't go back, because a lot of times you get people that leave a church in a huff. They going somewhere else later. It won't be long. It's probably about a month or two, and then they're gonna huff themselves into something else if they can last. But one thing I said I was gonna stop doing, just telling people go back home. I'll try to solve your problem, send you back home real quick. And I said, well, I might have to just slow that down a little.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Something I talked to somebody last week, and it's something that I've kind of gotten away. I used to do, because, especially here in the so-called Bible Belt, the church. See, people are used to going to church, and as I was talking to the fella, I kind of mentioned church, and then it kind of changed the conversation, because it was like, a couple of dollars here. And I said, would you come to church? He said, well, people have been asking me to come to church, and I this and that and that. And then he pulled out and I said, wait a minute, let's stop talking about church. Let's talk about the relationship with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the church.
After.
What's about your relationship with Jesus?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And he pulled out a testament.
You made a New
A
Testament
little
Bible.
New
Yeah.
Testament. And I talk to him every day, and and I already know that this was just part of his
Yeah.
thing that he do to get the little money he doing. And I was kind of like, but I didn't go there.
He was going for the grill.
I didn't go there. I encouraged him. I was like,
See, you gonna mess me up. I was gonna say, you should have went and got the little. Somebody was selling some Bibles for about $60 or $100. You can get the Constitution, a song with Lee Gleason.
Yeah.
go put the preamble to the Constitution. I'm kidding, but it's really sad, because that's really how some people on the other side do when they're trying to get their money out of you.
and see, this is what I already know about the
Yeah.
guy, because when I see he done got to know my car now, yay, Nate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
over here, buddy.
But
We
they
need to
be
go
putting
fishing.
him out of places because that's what he doing, and he don't need to do it. So I know the Testament thing wasn't about nothing. It was just about, because the conversation always is,
Commonality.
have a blessed day, and I'm blessed, and dot. And I was trying to bring that down
Yeah.
in the conversation. And I think that's when you have that conversation, it's got to be a real conversation.
Like the
Look.
woman at the well.
Yeah.
Cause a lot of times that's what people do. That's why a lot of times I don't tell people I'm a pastor. People asking me what I am. Da 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 da. That's the last thing you're gonna find about me unless somebody tell you. I'm gonna talk to you. You'll know I'm a Christian before you know anything else about that. But I'm not trying to. This ain't my entry level, because what reminded me, both of y'all was talking, and I remember going to the state fair. I think I was in 8th grade, and we went to the state fair, and there was some Christians trying to win children, the children to the Lord. Now, I was a kid. I was a church kid, but what I noticed that the children did and I didn't do, they went over there and were talking to them, and once, like Pavlov dog again, once somebody got saved, the kids already spent all their money, just wasted money. They quote unquote gave their heart to the Lord and got $5. Gave their heart to the Lord, got $5. Went and told the other kids got in line ready to get a quote unquote heart to the Lord, got $5, and it lasted probably long enough they could go buy that little fake jewelry they was selling at the state fair. And sometimes if we're not careful, people do the prayer with you and everything. And my son brought up to me, still need to follow up, because we already know. You don't want, you don't go and a woman don't have a baby, then you take the baby. And so, okay, now you go ahead on and go from here. We got to have probably some way that we can kind of systematically, if we can move them beyond just that to discipleship. We want them to get, if we can. Go ahead, Elder.
No, I was just thinking, that's where the Spirit comes in.
Yeah.
Because everything that you hear, it ain't always, so you don't have the whole story.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All you have is the story they're telling you. And see, I've been out there.
Yeah.
So I know. But one thing I didn't do, see, I wasn't into that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't into playing the game,
Right.
the spiritual game, because I grew up in the church. And I remember that message about lukewarm and
Yeah.
God spewing you out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And that really affected me as a child. I remember that stuff, man.
I got
Don't play
one.
with God.
I got
So-
one that affected me too. When they say the demons left and came back.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
said,
Tough
I
for
said,
that.
I already got enough trouble right now. I got look, y'all excuse me because this ain't gonna sound right. I got enough hanks on my back as it is. I don't need to bring some more.
Yeah.
Well, that's another one that affected me too, because I actually experienced it.
Oh,
You know what I'm
geez.
saying?
Yes, sir.
Left and went back out.
Yeah.
And so when I came back in last time, I said, yeah, no, we're not doing this again.
Yeah, that's what
you
I
know what I'm
said,
saying?
too.
But the point was that we you know, I remember being out there and being witnessed to.
Mm-hmm.
And people say, you gonna come to church with? Nah, I'm not coming. Go to church. I'm not ready to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but if you got no, I'm I'm not gonna play that. I tell them quick, I'm going to get a jug.
Yeah, I've always been an advocacy of you can't decipher a person unless they're converted. You can't make a disciple out of a person that's
no,
unconverted.
you can't.
But a lot of people think that if I talk to them enough, if I go see them enough, if I keep running back and forth, buy them this, buy them that, take them here, take them there, I can get them where they need to be.
You can be
No,
used.
they need to already have some level of conversion or repentance. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. That's why the scripture says, if they're not receiving it, shake the dust off your feet and go and move on, because it doesn't mean that you're being cold or hateful. It's just that they're just not ready. They can't receive it until God put them in a place to receive it. So you got to move on. Maybe next month they might be in that place to receive it.
And
So-
it may not be you.
yeah, maybe somebody else.
It,
yeah.
Maybe what you did was put some water on the seed.
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to be in. That's enough. That's my.
Move
that's
on.
my portion.
That's it.
You know?
Yeah, because
Don't be
grandmama
buying
might
no dinners
already
and
did
all that
something.
stuff. Just move on.
Yeah, grandma, grandpa, church they used to attend, and you sometimes just watering. You got to understand, one gonna plant.
Yeah.
Generally,
And that's the assumption too.
Yeah.
We remember we did the shelter thing.
yes, sir.
You think a lot of people that see you go out there and you talk to people,
Yeah,
you assuming a lot
That's
of
right.
people assume. Not say I'm not saying
No,
y'all,
no,
but
you-
a lot of people assume that everybody you talking to out there don't know nothing.
no,
You might be talking to somebody that came out the church.
Maybe some ex-preacher or something.
yeah,
You know,
that's true.
And so I've seen
Preacher's
that.
kid, yeah.
You know, where people know, shoot, they know as much word as you.
Yeah,
But they backslid, they out there. So
that's right.
Yeah, I think the church spends a lot of time, ministering to people in ways that are ineffective. Let me just put it that way, because we're running out of time right there. So
But and that's true. Sometimes we're not as effective as we should be.
Yeah.
And we need to have I like the part where you said the genuine part.
yeah,
But we as much as possible. Because people from the street know the street part. They know your marketing.
yeah,
They know all that good stuff that you're trying to purvey.
they can see your game.
Yeah, they see the game. On that note, you listen to Real Talk. We got real love for you on Awesome Radio Network. We will see you next week. God bless.
Surely in the sun, God